Hello there. So this week we are all about the horse. Yeah. So there's going to be short ones. They're quite short, but they are handy things to have. Now today we're just going to make a bum warmer. This you don't see them for sale anymore, but we used to have them all the time. We've got a little bit of elastic around the bottom, and then a little bit of elastic just around the top here to hold it in place. So real simple sew, and we're using a cob saddle, so we're using a Middle English saddle. Alright, well I hope you enjoy. It's been a pleasure to do the video for you. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so bum warmer. Horse wig. Hello there. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to make, they used to be called bum warmers. I don't know if that's politically correct. But it's fake fabric, goes over the seat of your saddle, and it literally is to keep your bum warm. Now, I haven't seen one for sale for a long time, and I suppose they've just gone out of fashion. So, let's do that. Now, this is a 17-inch cob saddle. Now, when we're measuring saddles, we measure them from the pommel. I don't know if you can see actually, there's me talking about it. Let's get it there. So we measure from the pommel up to the end of the seat. Now, yeah, 17 inches. This is probably the standard size saddle. When I say it's a cob saddle, I'm talking about the front here, but we don't need to worry about that. What we need to do is we need to cut a piece of fake fabric that goes over here, and that goes over here, and goes over here, so that this bit is smooth for us. So it's quite a basic shape really, isn't it? Let's do the measurements for, so between these flaps, these are the flaps where you put your stirrups, is 15 inches, and we know that the size of the saddle is 17 inches. Sorry, it's quite heavy. Well, it is quite heavy if you're sitting down. So just bear with me. So I need it 17 inches, and then I need to tuck it under. So let's get that. So this is going to be my line of where it's 17 inches. And as we saw, it goes round at a loop on the saddle, and then I need a bit to tuck under. So I'm just going to do it there. Actually, I'm just going to lower it down. So I'm going to start my 17 inches from this point. There's the base of my saddle, and there's my tucky bit. So, and I'm going to run that through with a bit of elastic. So I should have maybe moved the sewing machine. Now I need it to come down 17 inches, and this end is just cut loosely, so we can hem that. Now it goes 15 inches across, and we know it's shaped like that, and then it comes round to go under the stirrups. So I now know that I need to, if I change coloured pen, it'll make more sense. I've folded it in half, and I need to cut from here, this is my 17, down here, which will be half of my 15, and then I've got a little bit of tucky room in there as well added. And then it comes across the seat back to my 17 inches where it's going to finish, and then I've got a little bit of elastic to go through there just to hold it in place, that's all. I'm just going to check that this measurement is half of 15, yeah, so it's 9, so I know I've got enough room there to do my stitches. Lovely. So let's get this cut out. Oh, and this would be English tack that I'm using. I don't know if there's yeah, I haven't got a Western saddle to even look at to decide whether we could do something for it. Although I'd like to buy a side saddle. That's irrelevant. Okay, so that's what we're left with. Now, I have got some elastic here. It's probably 1/8 of an inch. Anyway, I've got more than enough to do. So what I need to do is I need to sew my elastic from the end of the saddle round the back of the saddle. So let's get that sorted up. Now I'm going to put a hem on it, but I'm going to fold a hem. I'm not going to do like a double hem. A fabric fur doesn't really fray, but it does stretch. So what I'm doing now is I'm on my elastic and on my fabric, and I'm going to give it a little tug, not to the extreme, but I'm going to hold it taut, and then I'm just going to push it through the machine. Now this is to hold it in place once it's on the saddle. So, and if I come off, I just go straight back on again. There we go. I'll get the machine moving. Okay, what are we doing? Lovely, so I've come to the end of the red mark that we drew, and I'm going to just cut that off because I'm going to need that for the stirrup flaps. So let's fold this over and make a little hem. Okay, I'm being quite careful that my foot isn't getting caught up in the fluff. Now I've got the elastic on this bit, so I don't need to hem it, because a row of stitches will work just as well. I've got my needle down and I'm going to lift my foot. This just makes life easier for me. And then I'm going to go on there. I'm now on the elastic. I'm going to make sure it's secure. So I'm giving it a good couple of stitches, and now I'm pulling my elastic and easing the fabric through. And if I come off my elastic, I'm just going to get it back on. Yeah, the reason I'm pushing it through is because it has a trouble gripping, because it can feel that I'm pulling it one way, and then with the softness of the fur, the fake fabric fur, it can't get a grip. So there we go. We're just trimming that there. Now, obviously fell off slightly when I cutting it out. So I don't mean to do these puns. I'm very sorry. They're not intentional. I'm just loopy. So here we go. I'm just folding over a seam again. This is just to keep it tidy. Ooh, oh, I'm stabbing myself. There we are. And then I've come over to the other stirrup flap. So coming off the seam. Again, I'm going to leave my needle down, put my foot up, and push this in. There we go. When I'm on, I'm going to make sure it stays intact. So I'm just going backwards and forwards over it. This gives it a real firm footing. So then I'm pulling it slightly taut, pushing the fabric, and then we're just literally curving around here. and now I'm on the straight and narrow, as it were. I'll do it further. And I'm just coming down the back of the saddle, so to join up with the last bit. So I might as well put a little fold in there, keep it nice and tidy. You don't want too much of a fold because you're going to be sitting on it, it's going to be uncomfortable. So, and as we know that fabric doesn't fray when we wash it, it just doesn't seem worthwhile. So I can see this is the beginning. There we are. So one simple row of stitches. And we have our bum warmer. So let's get this saddle back. And we need it to go over the top. That little bit of elastic will just hold it in place. And then over these stirrup flaps. So I can tuck that in there. And there we go. Now it's nice and tight here so that you don't sit on any crinkles. And this is nice and secure. Let me move it so you can see. Hopefully you can see. And there we are. We have, well, we used to call them bum warmers. I suppose a seat cover. Alright. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. And I hope to catch you again on the web. Thank you ever so much.